Good evening, and welcome to Riderpiece Theater. Me, Alistair Dayhawk, and tonight, me proud to present Kamen Rider Gacha Episode 4. Spanner is slowly becoming my favorites, only because, I don't like Horuto, and the way Spanner just disses him every single time in this episode and just does not acknowledge Horuto to be the main protagonist of the show. I just find it to be very hilarious. I think what it would have been the icing on the cake is that every time he talks to Kudo for a minute, turns around, and if Horuto was in his way, just pushes him out of the way. And then continues on his way. That would have been so funny. But the dissing and the disacknowledging, I don't think that's the word, but I'm a Daedric Lord, so it's within my right. I just find it to be very funny. So let us begin our tale. You have Spanner in his air quotes rider form. He completely destroys the malgam and captures the card, and everybody was in shock. And Horuto was being a little bit of a fanboy, and he was surprised that it's the same guy. It's the same guy that beat him up in the dojo. Like, he can't believe it's the same guy, and he congratulates him, but then he gets this. So he captures the card. He walks towards, Kudo, walks past Horuto, completely dissing him, and he says, here's a parting gift. I'm happy that you're alright. And then Horuto says something like, why are you dissing me? What's going on? And then Spanner straight to his face, like, I don't acknowledge you as a Kamen Rider. You suck. And then he turns and then before long, he says to Kudo, we will meet again. Turns around, walks away, completely dissing Horuto again. And then Minato Sensei was like, yeah, he has not changed. So after the opening credits, you have Hotaru still butthurt after what happened. He is like, oh, he's super cool, blah, blah, blah. He just does not like him because you can tell that he's butthurt. He meets up with Kajiki, and he tells Hotaru that, hey, we have a new hero of justice. There's people writing about him, and they're making their own blog. They're making their own fan club. And that pretty much gave Hotaru his day, because after being dissed and being not acknowledged, he's like, hey, I have fans now. People are acknowledging me as the hero of justice. And he asked Kajiki, like, hey, so what do they say about this hero of justice? And he whispers, he's super cool. And that's where he is in Cloud 9. Mind you, both of them are in their school clothes. Hotaru does not attend regular school. Not anymore. The only time he attends was in the pilot. Now that he officially joined the Alchemy School, he doesn't need regular school no more. The regular uniform it's just a front. Because we lead into the Alchemy School, he's still in Cloud 9, that he has fans, and when Kudo shows up, he tells Kudo that, hey, I have my own fans now. The people dubbed me as the hero of justice. And Kudo is like, okay, that's nice. And then Hotaru was like, what's up with this attitude? Why are you being so cold to me? And this is the most disappointing part of this episode, because we never get a reason why she's being cold to him at all. And when she answers, like, well, you didn't do anything wrong to me, at least not really. And right, and Hotaru was like, well, if that's the case, I want to invite you to my restaurant. And Kudo was like, what? Why? I just want to cook for you, blah blah blah, to make you smile, that sort of thing. And then all of a sudden, you see our our dynamic or just our funny duo, Renge and Sabimaru. Renge now is a tiger, and she is offering a trade. She wants to trade Hotaro's Mantis card for two cards, the energy card and the other one, the Sasuke Maru. And of course, Hotaru was like, no, I don't want to trade. Those are my friends. And you can tell that he doesn't want to make the trade. But Renge was like, don't worry about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some some experiments on it to make it powerful. And after I finish my research, I will give it back to you. And that's where Hotaru's like, okay, all right. So he gets two new cards, and then all of a sudden his day just goes down the crapper because you have Minato Sensei and announcing to his, how many students in his school? His only students, like 4 people. He announces, hey, we have a new student to join our ranks to help us collect the 150 cards. And guess who shows up? Spanner. He shows up with his guitar theme, and Hotaru was like yelling out his name, and he again completely walked past Hotaru, dissing him, and just walked towards Kudo and says, I told you we will meet again. And you can tell by the reaction of Kudo, I mean, she didn't really give a face reaction at all. It's just like it was a neutral face reaction. It wasn't, to me, it kind of looked like, oh, why are you even here? Like, it wasn't a reaction, a face reaction of disgust at all. It was just completely like, oh, great. And yeah, so Hotaru's day has been completely destroyed now since Spanner is now part of the Alchemy School, even though he graduated already. And Spanner was telling Minato, like, hey, like, you're not my superior, we're senpais, we're equal. So, and Minato was like, yeah, it's all right, it's okay. Fine. So after that awkward moment, you see poor Hotaru and Kudo just walking out of school, and he points out to Kudo, like you can tell that Spanner has a liking towards you. And Kudo just looks up, and you see Spanner just coming outside, and you see him, smiling at Kudo, being nice. And Kudo's like, yeah, don't pay attention. Don't worry about it. And then the chemi radar activated. There's a chemi on the loose. It's located, and both of them just ran towards the source, while Spanner in the back just gave out a weird, serious face because he was smiling for the most part. And then when he saw those two running, he just like completely went all serious, almost creepy like, and says, the wheel of fate has begun to turn. What that means, I have no idea. So yeah. So the kids reached the X marks the spot thing, and guess what? It's another warehouse. A clean one, mind you. And they went inside, and it's all pitch black. It's all creepy and dark. I'm like, yeah, another warehouse. And they were looking for the chemi, but instead they found the weird sisters. And one of the weird sisters had the ant chemi in one of their hands. And you can see the poor ant was like, oh, save me, save me. And Hotaru was like, you're hurting it. Give it back. And he's all serious and angry and demands answers as to why these sisters are after his driver. And the 9-year-old, sister, because she is actually 9, says, the reason why we're after the driver is because it's the key to opening the final door. So the weird sisters are after Kingdom Hearts. Yep, the weird sisters are after Kingdom Hearts. And the reason for the chemis is to improve on them. Like, they see chemis as they're not at their full potential yet, and with the driver, we can unleash the full potential of chemis and we open Kingdom Hearts. And of course Hotaru is like, I'm not gonna let you hurt them, you're not gonna get your grubby hands on my gacha driver. And then you see the leader of the weird sisters, the 9-year-old, says, hey, you deal with this. And both of them leave, and I'm gonna call this sister weird sister number 2 because I can't pronounce her name, so I'm gonna dub her weird sister number 2. She transforms herself into a malgam, and she teleports those two into a weird tunnel. It looks like a tunnel. And they don't know where they are. And unfortunately for them, weird sister number 2 is too powerful for them. So they try to escape. And Kudo discovered that this is not a labyrinth at all. This is more of an anthill. It makes sense too because the chemi is an ant. And then weird sister number 2 catches up to them and quickly defeats Hotaru, and reveals, we get a reveal here, that the traitor is Kudo's papa, the same man that gave Hotaru the driver and the cards. And Hotaru is shocked by that secret, and Kudo asks, what happened to my father? Is he still alive? And weird sister number 2 says, well, he's dead. He dead. And she is shocked, of course. And Hotaru, in his quick thinking, pulls a ninja, and they escape. And then Hotaru asks, okay, what happened? What's going on here? Because she wonders, okay, you met my father, what happened? Because remember, Hotaru didn't know that the man who saved his life was actually Kudo's father. And for Kudo, she thought that her father is doing God knows what. And this is where Hotaru again tells the story of what happened. And now we get a little bit of backstory as to why Kudo is the way she is. So the reason why she wanted to be an alchemist in the first place was because of her father. Plus, he's the one that gave her the thing that she is pro rules. Rule number 1 is to not break the rules. And this is where she reveals that the reason why she feels so angry towards him is because he was the one who broke the rules. He's the one who took the gacha driver. He's the one who stole the cards and just left his daughter behind without no explanation. and now she doesn't get the chance to really go at him, and just the man answers because now he is dead. And she feels lost. She doesn't know what to do. And we get a flashback, but I don't remember if we get a flashback before or after, but yeah, so it's before. So Hotaru asks Kudo, like, hey, so what's being an alchemist mean to you? And she says, it's my duty. And then Hotaru responds, what my duty is to make people happy. I want to make my mom smile and help her out at the restaurant. And this is where we get the flashback where you see Mini, Kudo, and Papa, and she wants to make everybody happy. That's what she wants to do. And then we get this thing where she gets this gut feeling that there's a possibility that her father may be still alive. And this is Kamen Rider, so that's a strong possibility. Everybody comes back from the dead. However, this is a missed opportunity. Because remember, I told you guys earlier, we didn't get an answer as to why Kudo was being so cold towards Hotaru at all. And it would have been a perfect opportunity to reveal why she is being all nasty towards him. We didn't get that. And that to me was a missed opportunity, because by the end of this episode, we still don't get why she's being all moody. So we get that, and ant monsters appear, and Hotaru uses the two new cards, and he unleashes the energy Maru to destroy one, and uses a new form called the Venom Mariner form to destroy the other one. But it was short-lived. We get a new form, destroys a minion monster, and then he immediately demorphs because you have Weird Sister number 2 sneaking up from behind and captures Kudo. And this is where she asks for a trade. Kudo for the driver. And of course, Hotaru demorphs, like, you know what, that's fine. You want the driver? He throws it on the ground, and you see Weird Sister number 2 picks up the driver, still having Kudo, and next thing you know, you have the energy card just give out a punch towards Weird Sister number 2, which helps Kudo escape, picks up the driver, and runs towards Hotaru. And then long battle short, he uses his samurai form and quickly defeats Weird Sister number 2. He captures the ant chemi, and he has a new card at his disposal now, and Weird Sister number 2 escapes. You have Hotaru and Kudo teleports back to the big scary warehouse, but for some weird reason it decides to explode, and they're trapped. They don't know what to do. Then all of a sudden you see this card out of nowhere, and then another card that Kudo had, and Hotaru uses them, both the Mad Wheel and the Palette card. He uses them to escape, and it's revealed that the Mad Wheel card belongs to Spanner. And Hotaru is like, oh, he may be a dick, but he saved our lives, And again, Spanner does the same thing. He walks towards Kudo. Hotaru was in the way. He quickly snatched his card, and I wish he could have just pushed them out of the way, and then walks towards Kudo and say, hey, I'm glad that you're safe now, and turns around and walks away. Still not acknowledging Hotaru at all, still dissing him. And then we get into the last scene where Hotaru is at this restaurant. He's surprised to see Kudo. And how she got the address? Well, Minato Sensei gave her the address, and Hotaru was all happy and excited to see her at this restaurant. So he creates a dish, named after her, the Kudo special, the smiley, meaty almond rice. And I don't know, to me, it looks kind of nasty. Maybe it tastes good, but to me, when I was looking at the plate, I was like, what is that? It looks kind of nasty. But anyways, Kudo tries the meal, and she was like, she just like says it's completely off. Like, it's not nasty, but it's still bad. And then the episode ends with Naragacha from Hotaru, and yeah, that was it. I mean, I have to say, like, every single episode that I've done so far, it's just so quick to do. It's quick. I enjoyed the episode because of Spanner, because of the complete, disrespect and the not acknowledging him, and just goes directly towards Kudo, and we all know that he is deeply in love with her, and Kudo was like, no, I'm not having it. And then we get the reveal that it was Kudo's father that gave Hotaru the keys to the kingdom, so to speak. The weird sisters are after Kingdom Hearts, air quotes, and and a little bit of a background story to Kudo's character as to why she's pro rules, as to why she wants to become a chemist, and then, which leads up to my theory. Do you guys think there's a strong possibility that the man that's in the picture frame, Hotaru's father, the face that's covered up for some weird reason, do you think that it's Kudo's father, the man who gave him the driver? Is it him? I mean, the seeds are, so far I'm getting that vibe that it's leading up to, hey, there's a possibility that Hotaru and Kudo can be half siblings. Maybe not. It's too early to tell, but I'm getting vibes that it's leading up to that. Because why the whole mystery of who Hotaru's father is? Why do the writers, the creators decide, hey, let's cover up Hotaru's father's face. Let's leave it as a mystery for right now. It's just a theory. Do you think that Kudo's father can also be Hotaru's father? Could it be half siblings? Because can you imagine if they are half siblings and Hotaru is having feelings for her, and maybe it's out of friendship, or maybe something more, just like Spanner. And the idea of them being half siblings kind of like cuts the romance right in half. So it could be a love for the fact of being half sibling, or just friendship for right now. I don't know. That's just my theory. It's too early, but just a theory. What do you guys think about my theory? Do you think that it's leading up to the reveal that, hey, Kudo's dad could be Horuto's dad? Other than that, I want to leave off with this. Thank you so much. My channel has reached 150 subs, so thank you so much. I never had thought that I will reach another 50 subs, considering that my videos are kakas, considering my editing is kakas, but as a whole my videos are kakas. But I want to say thank you, because it really means a lot to me that you guys are listening to my videos, even though they're pretty long. But I get the feeling that you guys really appreciate my full recap of the episodes, and just giving you guys my 2 cents and opinions of the scenes, and yeah, that's all I can say. Thank you. I wish I can do more to for my channel to improve, but I just don't know how. And I want to do more than just Kamen Rider reviews, but again, it's just time and just how to do things is the issue. But if there's someone out there who can help me, that's great. Other than that, thank you so much for the 150 subs. It really means a lot to me. Now, next week, it's a wrestling theme episode. And it's funny, ironic, when last week we saw the most lamest of spears in the history of speardom. And it would have been so funny that, let's say Roman Reigns just shows up and Hotaru will be like, "Oh, it's the tribal chief Roman Reigns," and he goes to him for some advice like, "Hey, great fan of yours, my tribal chief, and I have this issue. You're about acknowledging and all that stuff in the spear. Can you help me out, because I have this I have this person named Spanner, and he completely disses me and doesn't acknowledge me, and I need your advice on that. And also, can you teach me how to do a spear?" That will be it. That would be it. That would have been so funny and ironic, but it's not gonna happen, obviously. But it's just something to point out. All right, kids. Thank you so much for listening. And tell me, what did you tell me about episode 4? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? If I missed anything, please do write in the comments below, because even though I have my notes in front of me, I tend to miss a couple of things. So please write in the comments below and give a like if you like it, and please subscribe, and I'll see you all on the other side of Oblivion. And thank you again for the 150 subs. Thank you so much. Johnny!